It's June 19th, 2025, and this is what chasing surf in Ontario looks like. Over 20 knots of southwest wind turned Lake Erie into a playground for every surfer willing to show up in the greater Toronto area, and everyone did. The waves were messy, low-quality Windswell, but that's the Great Lakes. You show up knowing it's going to be humbling, knowing it might look terrible on camera, but you do it anyways because you love surfing. Today, I caught well over 50 waves. Not because I was trying to prove anything, but because I'm a surfer. This is what we do. We find joy in any wave, anywhere, anytime. Lake surfing makes you appreciate those clean, tropical ocean surf sessions so much more. But it also teaches you that the perfect wave isn't the point. The point is paddling out, sharing the lineup with friends, and being grateful that we get to do this at all. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe to see more Great Lake surfing and all of my surfer boy lifestyle in between, whether it's in the city of Toronto, my home base, or somewhere else around the world at a different surf destination. I share not just my surfing journey, but my spiritual journey as a student of this game called life. Prior to this day, the Great Lakes around the greater Toronto area has been super flat. I've been surfing micro-sized swell as low as 1.6 foot at 3-second period. The Port Colborne buoy was still not up on the state, so there is no swell or swell period data, but we were lucky enough to have at least waist to chest high waves. Frankly, the waves look crappy, no matter how you look at it. But we're still out here having the best time of our life. For the 5+ hours that I was out here surfing, it really felt like I was in heaven. I really didn't know what more to ask. I'm out here surfing with my good friends, playing in the water with waves coming in non-stop because it's a short period wind swell that is locally generated inside our own holy fresh water inside the Great Lakes. As usual, my POV camera, the DJI Osmo Action 4, died in just 1.5 hours, capturing around 20+ waves that I caught in the first hour and a half of my 5+ hour surf session. As you can see from the land view of the lake waves on this date, you can see that the wave quality is not the best, especially in the beginning of the session where it was more onshore. Everything in life is a trade-off. As an engineer, you're constantly making trade-offs between different variables, whether that's speed, power, energy, material cost. You're always making a trade-off. As a lake surfer, we're constantly trying to trade off swell size versus wind direction. As the wind dies down or goes offshore, the swell size also diminishes. I share raw clips of lake surfing for what it is. I'm not here trying to upsell what lake surfing is or is not. To me, lake surfing is almost its own sport, because compared to surfing long period groundswell in the ocean, we're working with a different water that is less buoyant because it's fresh water, surfing wind swell instead of groundswell, which is locally generated within, all inside the Great Lakes. So to me, lake surfing and ocean surfing is not even the same sport. I have surfboards that I ride strictly in the lakes. One of the best things about lake surfing is that we are all friends and a lot of us know each other. It's a very friendly, non-hostile surfing environment. Essentially, we have no foreign threats. No one in their right minds would want to pay to come to Toronto on a surf trip to surf onshore messy Windswell. Or maybe they will, because during season, if you're willing to travel around the different lakes, you can easily surf 3 to 5 times a week, if not more. And the best part of lake surfing is that it's basically like a wave pool. The waves come non-stop because it's a short period wind swell. When the swells increase in size, that means that you have overhead waves coming non-stop like a wave pool. Wave count. Most progressing surfers have a wave count problem. In the ocean, there aren't enough waves to feed 20 to 30 plus surfers at each peak, with sets coming in every 10 to 15 minutes, with advanced and elite level surfers basically taking them all. Lake surfing, on the bright side, has waves incoming non-stop on short period. If you can identify where the sandbar is, identify where the waves actually break with power, then you have the ultimate takeoff practice on repeat. If you can catch mushy lake waves, then you can glide into clean, punchy, offshore ocean waves with ease, as long as you can manage the lineup and the crowd. We lake surfers train right at home in the Great Lakes to be able to shred abroad in clean ocean point breaks. Why would you paddle train inside your home or in a swimming pool when you can train real time in the lakes while having fun catching real waves? Surfer Boy Surf Retreats. Pack your best weapon for your tropical surf trips. Let's go shred. Peak hunting in the ocean. If you make all the waves that you paddle for in the ocean lineup, no one usually gets upset as long as you don't back paddle and snake other surfers on purpose. Even if you suck on the wave, unable to pump effectively or bottom turn hard on rail, if you catch the wave, no one really cares. Just make sure to get out of the impact zone if you do fall off. How surfing works in a proper surf lineup is that everyone takes turn one by one catching their wave. Then the question becomes, is takeoff paddling the most important skill in surfing? The answer is yes, I think so. It doesn't matter what kind of maneuvers you can do on the wave. If you can't catch the wave, nothing matters. Vision system sets you up for everything. In surfing, your vision system sets you up for a bottom turn to hit your target. What separates pro surfers is that they are much quicker to set their target as their body and vision system are ultra aware. I noticed something in today's lake surfing session. When I'm locked onto the target, looking down the line of the wave during the takeoff process, your body is committed to getting into the wave, leaning in head first. In comparison, when I look down, paddling into the oblivion, stress paddling while being so unaware, I often miss the wave. Simply, I have no target for my vision system to lean into. I got the G10 fiberglass HP keels and HP twin fins from the Surf and Show, which I decided to call it a direct drive system. These fins are super stiff with wide bases to grip and flow in slippery lake surfing conditions. If you can pump on rail, you can tap into the top 1/3 of the wave for gravity and speed. It's what we do surfing small ocean waves, where we pump, get down to bottom turn, and snap. The old me. I don't want to pump, I just want to lean and carve. Mother Nature. You have to be able to pump and generate your own speed. I can't always provide you good-sized, clean waves where you can just lean and harness energy. The new me. Okay, I will pump every day now. Back in Sri Lanka, surfing right-hand point break at Aragon Bay main point, I figured out how you can pump to generate your own speed to get down the line and hit a section at the end. And because I know how it feels in the ocean, I can now replicate that feeling on land on my one-wheel trainer. In lake surfing, which is a lot more slippery compared to the ocean due to weak energy, being able to grip and pump to generate your own speed and forward momentum becomes even more crucial. It's a fight for grip. No grip means that you can't pump. No grip means that you can't lean. It's a fight for glide and flow in the lakes. No speed also means that you cannot lean. As an example, can a motorcycle lean hard without speed and momentum? My very own lake surfing mentality. You want to identify the biggest energy or push. Identify the shallow sandbar where the peak pitches and dumps over and over, wave after wave. Why? 1. Outside set waves often crumbles before hitting the sandbar, making it a short ride. 2. Size in the lake doesn't mean that it will break. Size in the lake doesn't necessarily mean power. 3. Timing and phase alignment of the random windswell waves hitting the sandbar at the right place at the right time produces catchable waves, which is a very narrow band of power. Surfing is mental. In the ocean, this is the mentality you want to have. Move up the lineup, wanting to take the biggest set wave. Why? 1. Big set waves provide the longest ride. 2. Taking your priority wave at the peak means that it's your wave. Everyone else must get off. Don't drop in, asshole. 3. Inside sets are often a trap. Getting pounded inside in the impact zone, pounded into the reef. In the ocean, literally every surfer in front of you in the lineup are showing you where and how to take these set waves. All you have to do is look at where the advanced surfers are taking off at and replicate their position. I want to finish off this video with the spiritual concept of loneliness. Loneliness comes from not being understood. The truth is that no one is supposed to understand you. The one thing that we have in common is that we are all different. To have someone understand you literally means that they need to stand under, often through force. Instead of trying to get people to understand, meaning have them stand under you, a better word is to understand, which is to know something from within. If you seek understanding externally from someone else, then you will always find disappointments because no one is designed to fully understand you. However, if you seek understanding internally, then you're on the path to enlightenment.